Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations. Nations is translated from the Greek word ta ethne, meaning ethnic groups. The Filipinos is one among many ethnic groups God mandated to bring the gospel to. Greenwood Christian Church, a Caucasian church, helped the best way they can to reach out to Filipinos. However, the desire to reach resulted only to almost none until a more focused Filipino work began. In the early 1970s, there were at least 2 Filipino families at Greenwood Christian Church, the mother church of the Filipino-American Christian Church. In 1981, the need to purposely reach to the Filipinos was recognized. Greenwood Christian Church hired a pastor sometime in 1981. Filipino worship service took place in the afternoon at Greenwood Christian Church building. There were 10 families participating as a result of this work. In 1983, 2 years later, the Filipino service attendees were losing enthusiasm, resulting to the dissolution of the Filipino worship service. From 1983 to 1994, there were 8 Filipino families integrated with Greenwood Christian Church. These same families existed but without numerical growth for more than 10 years. The status of Filipinos was stagnant in numerical growth. It has always been my heart's burden to reach out to the Filipinos in a more intentional way. So with God's guidance and direction, plans were prepared. Numbers of manpower were gathered to brainstorm how Filipinos can be most effectively reached out. After a year of planning, the decision made to effectively reach the Filipinos was to start a Filipino service, a Sunday school, a home Bible fellowship, and an evangelism work conducted by the Filipinos themselves. On March 17, 1996, a Filipino service started. The result of the work added 5 families in addition to the initial 7 families who shared with the church. Pastor Salvador San Jose was the first pastor who served the church for more than 1 year. In June 1997, the flow of the work of the church was interrupted when searching for a new pastor. Even with harder work with the interruption, there were families added to the church. Pastor James McElroy, then a professor of mission and evangelism at Puget Sound Christian College, became the interim minister for 8 months during the time the church was searching for a pastor. After 1 whole year of searching, on June 1st, 1998, Pastor Rolly Arcigal Paraiso was identified by the Pulpit Search Committee as the new pastor. He shared the same vision as the church leaders did. The 2-year-old congregation then has grown with addition of 8 families to the original 7 families. This significant growth compared to the 7 families for 13 years at Greenwood Christian Church. This became obvious of the need of the Filipino church to reach out effectively. When Pastor Rolly Paraiso commenced his work on June 1st, 1998, the church looked forward to the spiritual and numerical growth as Pastor Rolly grasped and led to accomplish God-led vision of this church of drawing Filipinos to light. Following Pastor Rolly after he moved back to Canada in 2007 was Pastor Jim McElroy. He became FACC's full-time pastor for 7 years until sometime this year. FACC is currently searching for the next pastor. Filipino continues, outreach continues. Let me conclude with what I say my boldest statement. I said it then, I say it now. I hope that when I am about to die, For the sake of reaching out to the Filipino ethnic group, the Filipino-Americans and people affiliated with Filipinos, I can say, as the Apostle Paul said when he was about to die, I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Now there's in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award me on that day.